You're watching Gold Rush in a Rush, and we're recapping the Season 5 episode, Gold Road. So what happened? Remember last week's exciting cliffhanger when Tony told Parker to mine his way or Tony would throw him off the claim? And remember when Parker refused to do it and stormed away swearing? So what will the results of that exciting climax be? We'll never know, as that plot point is completely forgotten. So anyway, the Far Cut is almost out of pay and Fantasyland is frozen, again, just like last year. So will they use the water monitor, the magical miracle device that solved all of last year's problems? No, because that trick apparently only works every other year. So they decide to extend the Far Cut, but it's under 25 feet of overburden, which they clear anyway, test pan, and find something good enough to continue. Meanwhile, after sluicing the last of the cleared Far Cut ground, they find 126.9 ounces of gold, and they all make sad faces. This week, Tony wants to reassemble the gearbox, bull gear, bucket ladder, and wheelhouse in 2 days. The crew doesn't want to do it, and I quote, in a rush. Hey, that's my line. But they do it anyway. First they install the gearbox, then the bull gear, but it won't go together because they put it together in the wrong order. So we watch them uninstall the bull gear, then the gearbox, to then watch them install the bull gear, and then the gearbox. Thrilling. And then they add the bucket ladder, complete with dramatic music, spinning tires, and amplified engines. And then they add the wheelhouse, slowly. And then they add the walls, slowly. And then my interest dwindles, quickly. The week starts with everyone working, well except Todd, who's standing around and watching. Wow, never saw that before. Dave's new cut is already out of pay, and all the other ground is frozen. What will they do? Luckily, they locate the drill maps they couldn't find last week, and it turns out there's great ground, already thawed, right beside their haul road. Amazing. Everyone races to get the ground cleared, well except for Todd, who's nowhere to be seen. Suddenly a truck dramatically tips over, which surprisingly results in nothing of interest at all. But then they get to the pay dirt and frantically begin hauling it to the wash plant. Meanwhile, Todd is just watching. And then we get our clean out, which lately only happens around a campfire, and they find 132 ounces of gold. Joyful celebrations erupt everywhere. So with twice the men and twice the equipment, they found 6 more ounces than Parker? Good job, Team Hoffman. Tune in next time when Todd Hoffman is visited by his fairy gold mother, and she inadvertently turns him into a pumpkin. Surprisingly, no one notices. And don't forget to watch the previous episodes of Gold Rush in a Rush.